what are some effective transitions into a close?
I always find it funny. Sometimes people will say, the customer will say, "That's great. When can I get it delivered?" And you'll have salespeople say, "So now, you mentioned earlier that you're also interested in color. So let's start talking about, wait a minute, they just said, when can I get it delivered?" So the idea is you got to listen for the close. So if they're ready to close, if they're ready to buy, if they're asking when they can get it delivered, if they're asking, that's it, you're done, stop. Sign them up, don't keep going on. So how do you transition? One, you got to listen. So you got to be careful that you don't say, wait, I'm not that, here's my script or my mental script. I'm not done yet. You still mentioned one more thing, or I still haven't talked about this other stuff. So that transitional close is when the customer is ready to buy, sell them. Okay, move forward, sell them. You can always come back, you can always add information, you could always, after the sale's made, you could talk about colors or, if there's some other loose details. But if they're in that buying mode from a customer perspective, by all means, capitalize on it and make the sale. So listen, that's the first key. The other piece is in the beginning. Remember, you're asking questions. So I'm talking about needs and I'm talking about opportunities. So you might talk about a problem and I might say, so tell me more about that. And you might say something like, is this something that you want to address? Is this something that you want to solve? Is this something you're ready to kind of put some investment behind? And the person might say yes. So I'll note that and I have that particular problem or that need kind of tucked away. Let me ask you, what else? What are some other concerns that you're having with XYZ company or with your current solution or whatever? And I might get another one. And again, I'll probe around it, get some details. So I got that one, and then I'll put that one over to the side. And you'll continue to kind of tease those out because otherwise, if you kind of just work with the first one, you get all the way through, people negotiate, they get all the way done, and then they're ready, they've given away the sink, the kitchen sink. They've talked about, how they're going to deliver, and they've gone through a lot of details, a lot of their presentation, only to find out when they go to close to say, well, wait a minute, there's also something else. So in a way, you have to go right back to the beginning. And here you've done this big, long presentation, or you've talked about the details, but yet there was this other piece of it that was very similar that you could have talked about together with maybe, again, same feature, but the benefit just might have been spun a little differently. So now it's almost as if you have to do the presentation again, but this time talk about it from this perspective, or a COO perspective, or a marketing perspective, or a finance perspective. If you only knew that up front, you could have done it together. So the other piece of it is if you have a couple of needs or 2 or 3 problems that you've identified, and I ask, is there anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Then I finally say, okay, I'm ready here. Present, and once I've presented, if you agree on the benefits, you see value in the benefits, then I'm ready to close. So that's the other piece of it. So I want to transition as to when that's going to happen.